Tony, just before we go, I mean, one of the things that struck me is this growing understanding people have watching the events of the last 10 days of the difference between the Crown as an institution and the individual who wears it. And I'm struck by the number of people who have written in the media in Australia. I'm struck by journalists in Australia, journalists in London that I've spoken to, who say they're always supportive of the Queen and they thought they'd end up being a Republican supporter in time. But watching all of this unfold and the links back to the history and I guess Australia's place in that history have made them change their mind, and that they are now committed to the Crown and actually better understand the institution. You would say that's probably pretty inevitable, and that's a good thing.
Well, that's exactly right, Peter. There have been innumerable moving tributes to the Queen, but it's almost impossible to appreciate the individual outside the institution that shaped her. Yes, she shaped the institution, but the institution shaped her. The office and the office holder, in a sense, merge into one. And it's very hard to say how wonderful the Queen was and how lucky we were to have her, without also appreciating and respecting the institution that gave her to us, which would be almost impossible to replicate in any political presidency. So it has been a remarkable period, and I think it's been a remarkably educative period for people. And I'm very much hoping, Peter, that a lot of people might quietly reconsider their republicanism in the light of this experience. I think we all have been informed and uplifted by what's happened over the last 10 days. We've celebrated a great life, and I think we've come to appreciate a wonderful institution as well.
It's touching, Tony Abbott. I can see how emotional this has made you, and I'll leave it there. I know you'll be watching the service from the Abbey later on this evening.